Southern California is a really challenging community to come to any consensus on. The people in this region speak 170 different languages. That's just one indicator of the complexity of this community.
The population in 1950 of Orange County was 204,000 people. And today, almost 60 years later, it's 3 million people. And if you take our watershed, it's 5 million people.
We have a little bit of everything, so it's nice. We have broad, sandy beaches that bring in people from all over the country, down there at Huntington Beach. And then here in the Laguna area and Newport, we have some big rocky cliffs that are very reminiscent of Big Sur, and have the pounding surf and the rocks and all that type of stuff. And then you get back down to San Onofre and San Clemente area, and it gets a little bit flat again.
I've been surfing here since 1961, which is not that long, in my opinion. It's filled with people and houses and freeways and cars and not so much wildlife.
It's one of the things that's happening right now is that humans are getting disconnected from nature, living in urban environments where we engineer the environment. We call it the built environment.
I think we become less and less human, and certainly we have less and less manners as we get estranged from the natural world, because that's where we learn everything, I think.
With all of that development, pavement, concrete, and everything else, it's had a huge impact on our waterways, our harbors, and certainly the ocean.
More people creates more runoff and more just pollution that's going to end up in the ocean eventually. It's like, come on, bro, think about it.
Basically, I think everybody overestimated the ocean's ability to supply us with whatever we wanted.
We thought that these fish were just inexhaustible. I mean, you left the port and it was nothing to fill your boat up with fish, and we didn't think too much about, there were no regulations, really. You left the harbor entrance and it was a free-for-all. You caught as much of whatever as you could.
Abalone and lobster used to be very, very common all the way from Northern California to Cabo in Baja California. And they're almost gone throughout their distribution area.
A gentleman said, well, what's the big deal? It's just me and my grandson sticking a pole in the water. What's the problem? I said, well, the problem is in San Diego County, there's 3 million people alone in San Diego County, so it's not just you and your grandson.
The old saying that if you give a person a fish, they eat for a day. If you teach them to fish, they eat for a lifetime. If you give 1 million people fishing poles, sonar, fishing equipment, trawlers, large boats, you have species extinction.
The point is, in one generation, we've impacted this water and these beaches and ocean to such a great extent that in one generation, the things that I enjoyed and people in Orange County my age enjoyed here and remember so vividly, our children don't even have that.